smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
Sorry, say that again. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Unmute, 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 unmute. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Hi. Hi. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yep. 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 Yeah. Hey, I never told you that. Well, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do have a copyright-free license for all the video work I do. So if you wanted my access, I can share that with you, and then we can like stitch together a 3-hour-long playlist, and you just hit play, and it's all copyright-free. Cool. I'll connect with you about that offline. Yep. Yeah, you got it, man. And it's all downloadable. It's all downloadable. You don't have to like log in anything. You just download the MP3, and then it's yours to use how you wish. You shouldn't be getting caught up with that. I don't undo the stuff I do. It's called Artlist. Yep. And I'll tell you, like every once in a while, we'll get like a random, like small little check in the mail for a song Jen recorded years and years ago, and like you like reverse engineer it, and it played at some like restaurant out in Tulsa, and you're like, okay. The robots do all the work these days. For me. Cool, let me move my hair out of the way.
time will heal. Too late to erase the bad we've done. I wanna forget you. Let me forget you. Push and pull, but you repel me. Giving up this fight. Love and hate, we've blurred the lines. I'm giving up this fight. What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Yeah, I've discussed it with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face, a certain weight, because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to think. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah.
Yo, yo, what up stream, what up Zoom? KHT, if you're here yet, I didn't get anything from you on Instagram, so if you want to come on the call, just shoot me a message. Chat, if he pops in, just let him know. Otherwise, we will reset this and get this thing rolling. Go. What up chat? What up Karan, Reyes, Manuel, Assam, what up Clay? I will get you the call in a second. What up Sandra, Carlo, Sibusiso? What up Tyler, Libya, Greg, DJ's in the house, NW. Still don't know how to pronounce your name, I apologize. Carlo, Casey, how's that?
No joke, I've been holding for half an hour. Now it's time to push the hide button. And I just hung up. D minus. D minus move. D plus maybe.
Yeah, C minus sounds about more.
God.
What up, Jose? Appreciate you coming on so late. Hopefully we can keep you entertained and bring some value to your trading journey. And we're gonna have fun, like always. And hopefully we get a trade. Hopefully we get some volume. We'll get a nice trade. But if we don't have volume, then we're not going to take a trade. We're not going to be stupid. We'll wait for a quality setup. Agent does present it, and we'll take it. Looks like yesterday as well, everything did set up just like we discussed. So, where was it? Let's go to 15 in Asian yesterday. So 15 in Asian yesterday was right here. This support, if you took a buy here, you did not get stopped out, and price continued up. That'd have been a nice target right there. So that trade worked out that we discussed. I don't remember what we talked about on gold, to be fair. Here's our Asian yesterday. I think gold was a write-off yesterday. I think that's what we discussed. GJ pushed up, same thing. GJ did the same thing. Once we created a support, which we did, pushed up. And then also, like we talked about yesterday with Harrison, remember we were looking for rejection on GJ from this area right here, because that's where we were expecting our daily candle to flip. And look what happened. We pushed right up to it, the clean traffic, pushed up to there, filled this, and that is right where our daily candle started to flip. Looks like we should continue bearish still too. We made a low, so now looking at the 4 hour, we just kind of made a low. We made a lower high. Now we made a lower low because these wicks pushed lower than those wicks. Now I think another lower high and come back down again. But let's check out the daily first. So far 4 hour looks like we're gonna be daily still bearish. Yeah, I would expect this to make a top wick and then continue down, maybe down to 133. Definitely not in this daily candle, but overall, let's see if the 4 hours got any better area. Oh yeah, we got a lot of support here. Yeah, maybe like 134, 500. We'll get back and test this low, and then that'll determine if we continue lower. Because I think if we can get underneath here, mark this out. If we can get underneath there, then the daily should then continue down to 134, 133, 500. Down in at that daily support. Yeah, but we got to get past that previous daily candle. So for now, looks like we made a support. I'll mark that. Hey, the memes are still working, so we're good. 4 hour support. 1 hour's coming into some resistance. Let's mark the top of this 4 hour area. We have a visual. One hour's coming into here. Looks like we're kind of rejecting there as it is. We'll go there for now. $30 minutes made support. Okay, we're gonna remove this 1 hour. Keep the 4 hour, we got our bigger target idea, we know what's going on there. 30 minute looks like it made a high or low. We should push back up to here, and then that's where we'll wait to see what's going on. 15 minutes too choppy. Remember, we need price to smooth itself out just like this, and right here it looks like this, so no trade. Because if we see this, we start moving like shit, we look to the right more, it still moves like crap, and then once we start moving a little better, maybe we continue moving a little better, moves like crap again midday here, so nothing there. But we look here, I think maybe you could have taken a sell on this close this morning. That would have been a really nice trade. Just not a ton of confirmation there. But you see prices just ranging here, and then we break out, we come down. A lot of people were probably thinking they missed the whole move. If you just waited for that pullback, because we know how price moves. Got some lovely sells this morning, hopefully. Hopefully all those arrows we drew, you guys saw this coming on, and you're like, nope, it's not where I enter. And then you saw this arrow pulling back, and you're like, yep, that's where I enter. And then you took the sell, you got a nice trade. Same thing here, that worked there as well. Yeah, those were the sells this morning. Those are beautiful. Hopefully all the arrow drawing, all that repetition is benefiting you guys in the other sessions. I mean, it's benefiting me, and I'm the one drawing the arrows, so I can't imagine what it's hopefully doing for you guys. What up, Marv? Yeah, gold dropped like crazy. Anthony, I think gold is a write-off for right now. Gotta wait. And last night we said gold was a write-off because it was just doing this, and then it came down. So right now we'll see what happens in the next hour or two. Excuse me. See if anything sets up. Oh, what does it mean? Oh, it means no trade. Don't do anything. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. Let it start moving better. That's pretty much what it means. It means just like don't look at it. Yeah, that's what write-off means. AJ looks like making higher highs, higher lows on the 1 hour. Same thing, 15 minute, it's got to smooth out. See, we're moving like shit. Now we're starting to move a little better, so maybe if these next like 4, 5, 6, 15 minutes keep moving really smoothly, like kind of like here, like they follow what they're supposed to do, and we can catch a trade. And I saw this one this morning too, and I was going to take a sell on it. But AJ is only my Asian session pair, so I looked at GJ, and GJ did the exact same thing, just much better. So no trade yet, let's just keep waiting. See if we set up here. What up, John? How's it going, bro? Thursday, we're doing great. Finally found a gym I can go to late at night while I wait for London session. So instead of just sitting out playing Warzone or just watching TV all night, I can actually go to the gym for like 2 hours, and then when I get back it's time for London, and then I trade and go to bed. So that's really great, is not being able to consistently go because I'm pretty much sleeping the only time I can go, and I need to sleep, so it was really hard to get there consistently, and now I can, so I'm really excited about all that. So I'm doing great.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Yeah, no worries, Anthony. I get you. You're good. Yeah, TJ. Yeah. TJ, you gotta be stream boss one of these days, bro. We can come on stream, and maybe next week you can come on Monday or something, and we can talk about this gold and how it's treating you and get a little feedback from you. I think that'd be really cool. Or on the Asian. Actually, we could do it on the live stream tomorrow if you'd like, TJ. Message me on Instagram. I'll send you the link for Zoom tomorrow for the live stream for the simulation, because we're gonna do gold, and then you can talk about your experience with it, and then we can kind of get more feedback from somebody who's been doing it. What up, Paul? How's it going, bro? What's cracking, Jeremy? Appreciate the donation, man. Every single day, I appreciate that. Offer still stands. You ever want to come on Zoom, hit me up. You're welcome anytime. When do I stop trading London? So I don't like trading New York session. So I do 2 a.m. till about 6 a.m. I give myself about 4 hours for one good setup. If nothing sets up by 6, then I just call it. Because the NY Open kind of gives price a little bit of an issue, so then you gotta wait about 15-30 minutes for it to sort itself out, go back to normal. And then you got another hour after that. You get the 4-hour close 30 minutes before that, so that's a little bit, kind of want to wait for that as well. And then that 4-hour close, then you get the NYC volume. You want to wait for that. So like there's no, for me it's 6:30 to 8:35. There's no trading regardless. And then after like 8:30, 9 o'clock a.m., like the morning's over, you know. So for me, 2 to 6 a.m. is perfect. And what I've been noticing is I've been journaling my trades on Trello and in a notebook of just like emotions and kind of what I'm feeling while I'm in the trade, how it's setting up, what's happening, the time. A lot of the time, the trades set up with extreme volume like this, super early, like between like 2 and 3:30, and then around 4 to 5:30, you get that second opportunity for that pullback. Is what I've noticed. All my trades are either super early, like 1, 2, 2:30-ish, and then the next ones are always between 4 and 5:30. So that's kind of what I've been noticing as I've been writing this stuff down. Oh yeah, sorry, I have Spotify up, my bad. I forgot to turn the volume down. I had it up really loud. I have it up really loud when we do, when it's on the stream starting page. That should be better, hopefully. AJ should start moving pretty well. Trump winning or not, no idea. What up, Scotty? Yep, Clay will be here today. I sent him the link, so he should be popping in soon. Oh, gotcha, TJ. No worries. Whenever you get time, man, it'd be really cool to get you to come on here and kind of walk us through what you've been doing with gold and everything like that. It'd be really, really cool to get your opinion, because it's been like 2 or 3 weeks straight. Every single day, you're just smash gold, smash gold, smash gold. So I think it would be cool, but I think other people would also feel it would be cool to see that as well. Late morning, early afternoon. If that's the only time you can trade, I think you can make it work. But if you're able to trade a more optimal time, I would encourage you to do that. But like I said, if you can only trade, let's say like after the NYC Open for like 2 hours, 3 hours, I think it's doable. I think you can make it work at whatever time. You just need to consistently be there at that time every day to make that happen. Because if you're showing up for London and then you occasionally pop in for afternoon, it's going to be a completely different market structure. Everything's going to move differently. There's going to be different volume. There's going to be different little cues of kind of what's going on and stuff like that. So definitely need to be trading the same time, because within reason, the same thing is going to happen. It's just going to look a little bit different. Some days it's going to look exactly the same. Like this here and this here, I see this like 4 to 5 times a week in London session, every single time. It hasn't happened this week, so I haven't been able to take advantage of it. But when it does happen, I am jumping on that missile, because that's beautiful. And then obviously this would be GJ, but GJ does this exactly as well. Aman, I think I butchered it again. It'll be 6 p.m. Central Time. So it'll be 30 minutes later than the Asian session live stream. And why do I not like trading? There's just a lot of volume that comes in, and it makes the market just not respect structure and price as good as it usually does. So like if we look here through London, there's no volume coming in. Volume came in right here on this guy. See how this one closed bullish, and then we just continued. Like, we closed bullish right at support at the open, and then we just continued down. Now we made a little resistance, and we continued down. And then we made a resistance, and we continued down. And now we get NY open, close bullish, making a support, closing back into this area, you could say. And then we close back above, and then we hit resistance, and we come back down. And then we get NYC open, close bullish again in support, push up, we make a resistance, and then we continue pushing up. So like, it just gets very finicky. It finesses people a lot. So at least me, I haven't, that's why I stay away from it. Maybe if I traded it more, it would make more sense, but this looks much easier to trade consistently, because whichever way the market's going, if you get resistance in a downtrend, really high chance it's going to work. Same thing vice versa. If it's pushing up, you get a support, really high chance it's going to work. But if you like, just look at London open, different than where we were going. Where's NY? NY open, different than where we were going. NYC open, made a random support and just pushed up. You know what I mean? So the trend was overall down, and then we just kind of came up, broke through all this resistance, and it just gets if you look at this traffic and these candles here compared to these candles, this looks way easier to trade than trying to figure out what the hell is going on over here. So just looking at that alone, like, I don't want to play with this, I want to play with this kind of thing. Yep. Thank you for the sub, Cabri. Jeremy, thank you for the donation. Tolu, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Broke 10K finally. On to 20K. Do you trade the same pair each time? Yes, exactly. So the only thing I'm looking at in the morning is GJ. Occasionally I'll glance at gold on the hourly closes. Other than that, I just have GJ up on one screen, Warzone on the other screen. And I sit and I wait for the arrows to visually present themselves. When they do, I take a trade. If they don't, then I just play Warzone all day with no trade, and then I go to bed. So, thank you for the sub, Kushpreet. Hopefully I didn't butcher that too bad. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I bet TJ, you've been killing it, bro. I mean, a lot of people have, but I think you've been consistently doing it the most, the best. AUD setting up bullish. Yeah, maybe. It looks like it's trying to make a high, and then maybe we get support here again, just like yesterday. So yesterday, we're kind of getting that push up, and we took sell. So maybe if we get support on top of here again, we can take it back up, which would be exactly what we're doing right here. So if we come back down and we make support, that would make sense. If that Tokyo open, I would be sitting out, but it would definitely be a very good trade in my opinion. What up, Sanchez? Appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, Wicks don't lie. The homie, always helping me. Even when we disagree, he's always trying to help. Most profitable schedule. You have a decent understanding of the market. You're just really trying to find the best time to trade. So you just got to find the best time for you to trade and the best pair for you to trade. That's going to be best. So like for me, GJ London, what I like to see and what I visualize on the chart, it happens more than any other session with that pair in that time, and it works out great. So you need to figure out what visually makes sense to you and what consistently happens repeatedly over time to where you would capitalize on it and then therefore make money. Because you're basically just looking like everything that's happening here, it's happened before. It might look a little different, but that's where reading candles and understanding market structure comes into play, because then you can see kind of where price is going. I think the best way, I explained it all yesterday. I still have not, I didn't make time to record that clip, but it's on my desktop, and I will be going to record that yesterday, where we did I did a really good, what I thought was a really good breakdown of how to look at market structure, how to determine which way it's going, and how to know when to wait for certain stuff. So I'll get that up tonight as soon as the stream's over, because I think that'll be really helpful. Yeah, if the Japanese stocks will rise sooner, I don't know. I don't look at stocks. I'm not sure. Spreads are wide. Yeah, Asian session spreads are higher than the other sessions for sure. S&P, will it fall? I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller. I apologize. I'm sure there's some people in here that know some stuff about the S&P. I'm sure Rakeel or Ted or Clay or someone knows something. I think Andy probably knows something. I think he's in the middle of something as well. Yep, we're looking at AJ Ron. Jim in the morning, beautiful. Appreciate it. Exactly 4. Yep. So hopefully we can see that same setup, and instead of taking the sells, we can maybe take the buys and then get a better trade. You have open trade sell AJ from yesterday. I don't know. I don't know where your entry is. I don't know where your stop loss is. I don't know how much you're risking. I don't know how much risk that is on your account. I don't know what you're comfortable losing. So I think you. I mean, you could send a chart. We'll give you some. We'll give you some feedback, but ultimately, you need to decide what you want to do with your money. That's what's going to be important. It doesn't matter what I could take close right now. Take profit, don't lose. You could hold it, and in 20 minutes, this dips and falls 100 pips, and you were right. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that little scenario I explained is going to happen, and it does look like we're pushing bullish now. So, but yeah, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. You need to do what you want to do with your money. That's for sure. All I know is if I was in say I was in a winning trade for like a $10,000 winning trade, and someone said, "Oh, hold it, it's gonna go to 100,000," I'd probably be like, "Nope, I'm gonna take this really good trade and just be done." Like regardless of what anyone else would say. So that's what I would say for you. A short sell, yeah, maybe it could. Nice job, Jeremy. Very nice. Hey, I mean, luck or not, you won. Just try to figure out why you won so you can repeat it. I'll trade in Asian session, but yesterday we set up right here. This was our Tokyo open candle here, and the buy should have been down here. But when it gets close to Tokyo open, I don't like to be in the market. I like to wait till after. So if this sets up like we did yesterday, like exactly yesterday, and it's at Tokyo open again, then I'm just gonna let it go because I don't want to trade at Tokyo open. But if something sets up then again, then I'll take it. But yeah, then I do trade London then, yes.
Yo.
How were you able to unmute yourself?
Me?
You didn't ask for permission.
Oh. Why? Is everybody else muted?
Yes.
Oh. Do you want me to go back on mute?
No, you're good. It's just it was just precautionary for anyone joining with background noise.
Fair enough. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm looking at potential gold sells over here. Potential.
Looks like it could be good.
Now looking on the 30-minute, it's closing. Kind of closed below that minor support. So if I get some form of minor resistance, it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. If this 15 can close bearish, that would be solid. You
Yeah,
got a nice
definitely.
clean target to 1862.
Yeah.
That was played out great
100%.
this morning too. Those were.
Yeah.
It flew to like 3-1 for me. It was
Oh, I
good.
know. It was crazy.
It was
Crazy
a
move.
great trade.
Yeah, and GJ dumped as well. GJ was pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The GJ trade.
Oh, I thought you was talking about gold.
Oh no, I only traded GJ this morning. Remember
Oh yeah.
I jumped in sales and then you guys jumped in sales and then I kind of got
Yeah.
off and then it was
Oh yeah,
good.
you left. You left as we just taken sales. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. See, the thing is I secured like everything in like 10 pips, but I mean, looking back, if I left a runner running, it really did run to 135. I mean, we said it on the stream, you know, once candles start to drop, it should continue down to 135, and it literally did.
We said it yesterday too.
Yeah, we
We
said it on
said
the
right
stream.
here,
Asian
like
session,
exactly. We marked right here, and that's exactly where it came to.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot. Like we had clean traffic here, so it looks like maybe we'll get up to here. But this was our previous support that we broke. So then we kind of just retested it, resistance, and then we just drove through every support.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that thing filled all that traffic. That was beautiful.
Mhm.
That was beautiful. That was a great call.
Yeah, today's been a pretty good day.
Nice.
Pretty good.
It's always funny. Every time I get up or I'm like looking at London before you get started, I'm like, okay, this is what I want to see happen. And then I'll turn your stream on, and it's just like, you're just like, this is what I want to see happen. I'm like, I guess I'm on the right page. Doing the same thing yet again.
You must be doing something right.
I guess so, yeah. On the high probability trading, you can't beat it.
No.
Trade the trends. I almost took a sell here too on this week one here, because
Yeah,
what
we
I
spoke about that.
I was gonna
that
tell
was-
you.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna tell you. With this week close, what I've noticed, when this week close happens with the trend, it works. If this was against trend like this, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Same thing like here, week one, and then we're going bullish, doesn't work. But when we're going bearish like that, that one works.
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. It's just for me, it was like it was a 15-minute candle. If I'm gonna take a trade off a 15-minute, I want to see a healthy 15-minute candle, you know. But I agree. Like it did look good to continue down, but I was kind of okay missing that move, you know, because my thought process was, okay, well, if it does create some support, then you know it can continue up. So even if we miss the drop to the low, I was like, okay, well, once we break support at 135 400, we're heading down, so I can still wait for that. And then, you know, we looked to the hourly time frame, and we saw it was just doing like a liquidity grab. And then once it broke the low, we anticipated, and we put our money where our mouth is at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it boils down to, you know. We spoke about it on the stream, and we said if this has happened, if we wake up and we see a rejection around London, then it sells. And we saw the rejection, we waited, put the money where the mouth is, and we had a good day. So yeah, I mean, Asian session's still good though. You can make, you know, you can make the most of anything, you know.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, no, I really liked this one. I was thinking maybe to break the low, but I was like, you know what? Let's just wait on a 30, see what happens.
Yeah.
But I really liked it because it was about a 8 pip risk, 7 pip risk, and 3 to 1 was right there.
Yeah, I know. And then if you let that run, holy, you had a good
down
day.
that clean traffic, that would have been.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even really come near your. Well, it didn't go near your entry point at all. So, you know, you wouldn't have even nearly got stopped out.
I could have hit 10 to 1 on that, but obviously you can always say that after the fact. But
yeah,
if we took it down to the clean traffic, it was 60 pips, so it was about 9 to 1 right there.
It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, I saw your message. I will read that. FIFA increases yours. Yeah, I feel like doing something while you wait for the trade, it really helps. Then you're not in a rush. You're just like, yeah, I'm busy anyway, so if it sets up, I'll take it. If not, then I'll just keep doing this till it does something I like. You don't feel rushed to take a trade. So for the runners, if you open one trade, that works too, and then you can just do a partial close. Yeah. I would say if you hit 1 to 1.5 to 1, or 2 to 1, and then you secure something, and you want to leave a runner, that works too. I think that could work very, very well. It's just so like this one today, this morning, we had really clean traffic. So getting in up here, anticipating that we break because the trend is down, and when the trend is down, we break through supports. So that was the plan on that, was we would break through this support because we're moving down. And we had clean traffic here, so once you did hit your 1 to 1, 1.5 to 1, or 2 to 1, secure, and then let the rest maybe finish filling that clean traffic. that's kind of how you could do that. But the runners is really going to depend on how you feel in the trade as well, and kind of what you're looking for each day. So like if you're targeting like $100 a day and you hit 2 to 1 and that's like 150, you want to take all of it, or do you want to leave it and maybe get stopped out? It kind of depends on that stuff. But that stuff we'll actually go over. We'll go over that stuff one-on-one too, once we get to that stage. So don't worry about that too much, but that's going to be more preference than anything.
What's going on, Andy? I see you there in the webcam. You busy working?
Happening, Harrison?
How's it going, mate? I appreciate you coming down to the stream this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when I'm not, when I can't fall asleep, I'm just laying there and watching the charts anyway. So I was waiting for London, and figured I'd stop in and see how you're doing, man.
I appreciate it, mate.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're doing really good, man. Keep it up.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. So you're trading the Dow at the moment, right? You were saying this morning.
Yeah, with mixed results. There's still a lot I have to learn, but I was actually commenting to my wife earlier today that, you know, my years of having to follow the markets regarding, you know, mortgage bonds and just financial instruments to begin with, it kind of helps kind of put the whole picture together and see what's moving behind the scenes economically and financially with Fed decisions, with rates, like that macro level stuff. And then being able to, you know, this year with you guys start learning how to read charts, understand what price action is telling you. It's actually been a nice kind of pairing. I don't think I'm at the point where my recommendation would be helpful for lots of people yet, because I'm still trying to balance out my win-loss ratio more towards the more in the win column than the losses. Right now it's about 50-50, you know. I need to get over that 70 to 80% first. So. Yeah.
I think
I'm
as well,
playing it and trying it because it's something I'm starting to understand.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think even if, you know, you're not having such a high win rate, like as long as you're, you know, managing the risk and stuff, then, you know, you can still be profitable. And that is really the art of being disciplined and strict with the risk management. You know, like I hear of some people only having like a 50% win rate and they're still profitable, you know, so it's still
I think it depends on it depends on how much you're risking for trade. It depends on for me, it honestly, it has a lot to do with staying with the trade while it's open and not walking away from it or leaving it overnight. I was trying that a couple times. I just kept getting wicked out before it eventually went right back in the direction I was looking for anyways. So the timing of it has a lot to do with where the entry is, what time of the trading session it is, and then what volume is accommodating. Or if there's not volume, then just don't do it.
Yeah, man, that's good though. You'll get there, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like now that you're kind of back in it and you got everything kind of back to normal, Andy, and we can communicate more like we were. Like when you just joined and we were talking literally all day, every day, you were dominating. So I think once we just get back and you're kind of in the rhythm again, you're gonna sort that out much quicker than you might think.
Yeah, it's like shaking out those cobwebs, man.
Exactly. Yes.
Shaking them out.
Yep. Anthony, I feel JPY pairs move during during London. GJ is going to move during London because of the pound, obviously. But for the Asian session, I feel like AUD pairs move the best, and then gold, and then JPY. So having AUD JPY in the mix with the yen and the Aussie dollar, it has a lot of volume compared to other pairs in the Asian session.
Sorry, Paul, I was off and on of that holding for a part of your conversation. I heard you talking a little bit about gold. I took a quick look at the DXY in relation to gold. So there's definitely that inverse relationship continues. Yeah, like we were talking about yesterday or Tuesday, I don't know what day, but yeah, did I overhear someone looking for gold sales?
Yeah, I was looking for gold sales.
Oh, Harrison, you were, okay.
Yeah, but it's not creating that minor resistance yet. Only if I see something really nice will I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll target that. I'll target the 30-minute support at 1864.095.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you're coming into a lot of heavy 4-hour rejections too. You got like 12 hours of 4-hour failing at this 1864 to 67 range, 68 range.
Yeah, I mean, even the previous 4-hour closed bearish, so naturally the next one should continue down because it's created a resistance. And then if we look at the 4-hour before that, it looks like a huge liquidity grab to the upside, and then it closed very weak. So I do see some more downside with gold.
Yeah, I think the question is going to be, when's it going to happen?
Yeah,
Are we
when?
going to expect it during Asian, or is it not going to flood until London Open?
Yeah, see, it's obviously it's tough to know, but I mean, it does. I mean, I saw a massive move on gold the other day in the Asian session.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
probably
so
get it at Tokyo Open like we have the past few days.
Yeah.
It's just going to kind of push to a resistance or a support, maybe dance a little bit, and then Tokyo Open will pick that direction.
You know, I don't know if this is for everybody who's listening, but maybe just Harrison and Paul. You know, one of the things I started doing when I started looking at the Dow and gold more closely is I added a volume indicator just so I can see hour by hour, half an hour by half an hour, when is volume showing up and when's it tapering off. And it's actually helped me reduce the amount of losses I'm taking, where the ticker is really, really slow moving because volume's low, and it's also going to make those liquidity grabs against my long position on something. So it has been helpful to see in Asian how there are peaks and spikes, but it is sporadic and kind of random.
No, sounds interesting. Yeah.
Thank you for the sub, David. Appreciate it.
Planning trades all the time. This helps with my planning. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, if it works for you, then that's great, man. But
because it's about what you can visualize, you know. So
yeah, definitely. Like me personally, I just like to have just purely candles, nice clean chart, and I just use the candles as my indication for volume. But like for you, if that works for you, then man, like go, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like anything on my chart.
Sometimes the candle is hiding the amount of trading that's happening because it could be like a doji, but that doesn't necessarily indicate volume. There could be a really high volume, but it doesn't look like it's being fought in both directions. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Yep.
I think if I was just trading gold, that would make sense. I think if I was just focusing on gold, that would be really useful, because you can just focus on the volume and put the two in confluence together. But having multiple pairs, and I think I think if you're just focusing on gold, that would be that'd be pretty good actually.
Yeah, temper it. Don't take in too much.
Yeah. What up, Foy? Yeah, they in the Asian session they will, yes. Same thing with GJ and gold. They will also be inverse in the Asian session due to safe haven. What up, Fo? Yep, gold is near weekly support here. So got to be careful there. And this looks like maybe daily. I haven't checked it, but could be. I agree. What up, Garcia? How's it going? The week's been really good. Been really, really good, actually. Lots of good stuff going on. Good trading as well. Ronaldo. So the HP thing on the left is our stream boss. So who's ever in the stream boss position at the end of the stream, they get to join us for the call for the live stream the next day. So Thursday, there's a little bit of a twist. So because tomorrow we're doing a simulation, because there's no Asian session, the market closes at 4 tomorrow. So we just do a live simulation. You can come to that, or if you want to come to like a live market session, you can choose to come on Monday instead. But yeah, all you have to do, if you subscribe, that knocks some health down. Obviously, you can only do that once, but then if donations and super stickers is how you can knock down the health as well. And if you are the stream boss and you really want to stay the stream boss, super stickers and donations regen and give you more health. So that's how that works, because the Zoom call is only for the people in the private group. So the stream boss kind of lets you guys get to join us for a day and hang out, kind of little bit of a giving back for those people that that show up every day. And there's no limit. If you show up every day and you just constantly donate, so you're the stream boss and you can join us every day, there's no limit. Who's ever in that at the bottom at the end when I say, all right, stream's over, here's our stream boss, that's when it ends. And that's who gets to join us. All you need to do is, if your name is there, shoot me a message on Instagram, which is on the bottom right, and then I will send you the call information the following day. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. We don't call it the gulag here. I forgot what we call it. I think it's the demo squad.
Demo squad.
Yep, because that's what we do here apparently. So we're just gonna take the beef and make it positive. So no gulag.
Is there
demo.
a way to make the losses demo and the wins real?
I mean, I don't know.
Trick question.
I mean, technically for FTMO, you're not taking any losses personally, but you do get profit when you make money. So technically that is like a dream come true, because you literally cannot trade without risk. But with FTMO, you kind of are, because you're not physically risking anything, but you still get paid. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, which I really don't understand why people don't capitalize on that more, because literally, like, the one bad thing of trading is risk. That's the hard part. If you can eliminate that, that's great. And now there's this opportunity to do that, and nobody likes it, and I don't understand it. But that would be how I would say you could do it. That's like gambling without any repercussions. There's no bet. You're either right or that's it. That's it. But yeah, there's no gulag here. I think it's demo squad or demo chat. I don't remember what we all decided on. But yeah, the stream boss gives you guys a chance to, you show up here every day, you hang out with us, you engage with everyone. You get to come hang out with us. So that was my idea with it. Going good so far. Sell it all, sell gold. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You want to sell gold, I guess. Anyone short on GJ? I don't know. Anyone short on GJ right now? I'm not in anything yet. No? Yeah, I don't think anyone's in GJ yet.
Either.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you need to wait for this support to break at 130, 135, 170, 180.
Thank you for the sub, Paris, Nayan, David, and Mohammed. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
I mean, I would say though, for GJ sells at the moment, I'm a little bit skeptical, because if you look, we have like a minor support as well at 135, 124. So I think your best bet is to wait for a resistance to form below 135, 180, 177, and then you're gonna have a much higher chance of price filling this range for 30 pips down to 134, 880.
Yep.
So
excuse me, that's on gold you were talking about?
No, GJ.
Oh, GJ. I was coughing, choking.
Yes.
Yep, looks like I made resistance. It might come into here, maybe. Get into these wicks or get stuck here. Just doesn't look clean enough for me.
Well, if you go to the 30-minute, I can show you what. Yeah, because if you look on the 30-minute time frame, we have this obviously support over here, and if we look left, this was a resistance that was created, around London close, and then what we saw was the surge of volume, where we see price breaks the high, didn't really respect the one candle as a resistance. So why I say wait for like a minor support is because, okay, well, if we break below this this support over here, right, then as we look left, we see, okay, well, we can incur some issues right over here. So when we have like a minor support, we want to wait for some form of resistance to form, and then that will give us, more of a chance for that minor support to break, and then we have, this clean traffic to the left hand side coming down to this area, right? And this was the low that was created.
I agree. I like that support here, because then we'd have probably some clean candles to try and push that wick fill and get up to this next level, 135, 330 area.
Yeah, I even would say, I mean, I obviously missed it because I was a little bit late to start today, but I would have been in buys after this candle right over here because when I kept, when obviously looked at the chart, you know, price made a high over here, did a retracement, held support, you know, did like a liquidity grab here, but then once we had this further confirmation of a bullish candle close of a wick in our direction, it also broke the high. I think there was very high chance, you know, it's gonna fill this wick and then continue up, and then, you know, nearly came up to retest the high over there.
Yep.
So I think that would have been a good idea, but probably spreads maybe a bit high. I'm not sure.
I agree. I agree. Thank you for the sub, Shining Force. Appreciate it. Looks like David is stream boss currently. See how long that holds. 8 pips on GJ. Nice job. How do you do that stream boss thing? Well, it's all on Streamlabs OBS. So this is everything I set up on Streamlabs, and that's where everything is ran through. YouTube is just where is the platform that it's being streamed to. All right, John, we'll pull that up in a second. Gold buy or sell, please comment. No comment. I think you can do better than that. John will get that up in a sec. If 30-minute closes bearish, it sells to 135. I agree and disagree. I think this is going to be a turning point to either send us down or up. Obviously, no duh, we're going up or down. I get that. But I think what happens here will determine which way we go. That's what I would say. What else?
Yeah, plus you don't want to get stuck in the range, you know, if it's just going to range during the Asian session. That's just, yeah, it's just no good.
We ignored you. I don't think we don't ignore anyone here.
No one trades the US 30 in here anyway, do they?
No, I don't trade it, but I watch it.
Daniel, yeah. HFX, just go on YouTube. It's HFX, right, Harrison?
What, my YouTube?
Yeah, your YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is just all capitals HFX. And then Instagram is _H_FX and then _ again.
So is that H?
So,
is that HACH or just like the letter?
No, just the letter H.
You can
I
put
swear
it.
we've had
in
this
the chat.
conversation before.
I know.
Oh
Paul.
my
I know.
God.
I know.
Again?
I know.
Again, yeah,
Again
we
with
can't
the
go through
H's.
this again, man.
You can put it all in
H
the
or
chat
H?
and link it if you want to, just so you know.
Yeah, I don't mind.
You have permission. If you want to
I
promote a
appreciate
little
it.
bit, you are more than welcome. This time, I don't know about next time, but we'll see what kind of mood I'm in.
Yeah, that's cool. Man.
Yeah, we'll
Appreciate
pull
it.
up your chart. Oh shoot, so every time I start the stream, right, it has my chat and top chat. So when you send those letters of your chart, it assumes it is like spam, and it doesn't show it until I switch it. Let me switch it, and I'll get those charts up.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
I got nothing.
Yo,
Wait, what? Oh, shit. I'm so sorry, man. Oh, dude. Damn, man.
you're not welcome anymore, Dorian. That's it. What are you doing here? How dare you come back?
And then
Shit, what is
bad
your
language will get you demonetized, so let's just do that right now too.
Wait, what?
Bad language will get you demonetized. Let's just do that right now too.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that does it. That doesn't do it. I swear on all of them. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I swear on all of them,
Yeah.
and that doesn't do it. It was just it was yesterday, so I'm assuming it was the.
Damn, man. Yeah, that's the sucky part too is that I had no idea. Like, usually I turn it off right when I you know, once the screen pops up and everything. Yeah. Your Venmo, bro. I can Venmo you.
That'll be $10,000.
Okay. Well, by that time I'll be full time. Yeah.
I.
Shoot you money out of a gun.
What's up?
They'll shoot you hundreds out of a gun.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That is a great idea.
Maybe if we get a trade today, we can do that.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know, like, those at the basketball games, they shoot those shirts out of those like little shirt guns. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They like launch the shirts at you. Yep. Alright, John. UJ short. And that looks good. Looks like you closed above resistance. You closed back under resistance. Took a sell, assuming resistance would hold, and you got clean traffic. I think that makes sense. Plus, it's 1 hour confirmation, so that's really, really good. I think that looks good. Very nice. What else we got? Yeah, I think that was a solid play. Nathan will get that chart up. AN long, so we'll check that out. What up, Tyler? How's it going? Alright, here we go. Get these longs up. Looks good. Oh, stop loss. I like the stop loss. That's a solid stop. For sure. Looks like you closed above your zone you had marked. Gotcha. So I'm assuming this is kind of just a minor, and then these are your 2 majors, and you're just kind of expecting from the bottom to get back to the top. I think that makes sense. I would say once you get here, though, just make sure you manage it. So, like, if it gets to here and it starts to come back down to here, then maybe just manage it, you know?
I don't think you should be looking at the 15-minute time frame. If he's looking to like trade past a minor zone like that, I think you should be looking at like the 1 hour. I
agree. I think he sees price bouncing off a strong zone. So I'm thinking he found this on the higher time frame and found these 2 on the higher time frame. Maybe what I'm thinking. Thank you for the sub, Robert. Appreciate it. That's what I would guess. DJ looks like it might be coming down. What up, George? How's it going? What up, Garcia? What up, Maria? Don't spam, please. Yep, exactly. Risk management will be perfect. Yep, no worries, Nathan. I think it's a solid idea. Just, again, if it starts returning to your entry, just look to manage it. Maybe get out and look for a re-entry. I think that would be probably your best play, especially in the Asian session. Always best to get out with something or get out before you take a loss and then wait for an opportunity that could be better than re-enter. Mm, 12 minutes till Tokyo Open, right? Yep, 12 minutes till damn time is flying by today. AJ still pushing up. Looks like I made a support now. right on here again. Looks a little different. Maybe we do push up here, and I think that would be a good example of price doing the same thing as yesterday. It just looked different. But we're getting close to Tokyo Open, so that's a no-no for me. Can't bend your arms. Yeah, I was carrying groceries earlier, but right before the stream. And I did arms yesterday. And after like a minute or two, my biceps were trying to cramp up on me. Anyone trading GA? It could be, yeah. If you want to send a chart, we can pull it up for you and check that out. I don't know if anyone is trading it. I'm sure there's somebody checking it out.
And that pair is so volatile.
I'll be back in a sec, Paul.
What's up, Paul? Hey, I'm the one who I sent the Aussie New Zealand chart earlier. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You got it right. I just hit like the first like resistance area, so I'm gonna trail the stop up.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I figured is. Those were higher time frame levels and then just a minor level. I think the entry was good. I mean, yeah, I think maybe you could have got in on this one and had better risk to reward.
Yeah.
Because you got in up here, so you're expecting this to hold. So if you're expecting it to hold, why didn't this one give you that confirmation, you know?
Yeah. Also, that was like the first part of the 30-minute candle, so I was mostly looking at that.
I get you.
It'll go though.
Yeah, I think the idea is really solid. Would you take a trade on gold? Maybe. We're getting close to Tokyo Open, so there'll be nothing for me till after that. But it looks like it might be setting up to go down. It looks like it did make resistance for now too. So 1 hour might be flipping and coming down here. Maybe push this wick a little bit. 30-minute. Yeah, we got some clean traffic down to there. About, what we got? 20 pips or so. Not bad. See, maybe if 30-minute goes bearish, that resistance would be good to come down. But I think waiting until after Tokyo Open, unless we get a ton of volume and we break down here, if you can get a good stop loss, maybe you get a quick 10-20 pips. But the risk to reward might be a little wonky. I'd say let's see what happens after Tokyo Open. Because if we get above here on the 30-minute and we close above, we're going to have a nice trade up to here. Same thing, vice versa. If we get under here, we'll have a nice trade into here. Maybe kind of push this wick a little bit. Four-hour gave pattern to go down as well. Yep. Yeah, right here on this guy.
I would say let it stretch out a little bit before you do anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Close above here or close under here would probably make the most sense. Even the hourly, let the hourly close above or see what happens.
I think he said he was going to be right back. Yeah, bro, that was... Damn.
Every time I try to crack a joke, I just look at Andy's webcam to see if it was funny or not. And then like 10 seconds later, I'm like, yeah, it was a good one. Or I'm like, oh, you're stupid.
Dad joke approved. But
Dad
it's not just tea. It's tea and biscuits. Okay, that's what we're.
I didn't want to be that racist, but
No. It's a cultural thing, man. Tea and biscuits, they go hand in hand.
yeah, I mean, true. I mean, we got Biscoff biscuits in the cupboard. So
Those are good.
they are really good. She bought them for her cookie business, and I'm just like not supposed to eat them, but I'm kind of eating them. So
Half the bag later.
yeah, it's they don't even come in a bag. It's like that little, you know, the
Yeah.
wrapping,
Yeah.
the rectangle. Yeah, I'm just like I'll just slip like 7. She won't notice. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yep, waiting till Tokyo, exactly. Tokyo Open is going to tell us a lot of information. I mean, the 4-hour close also tells a lot of information as well. I kind of like to wait for that 4-hour close. Unless it sets up super, super pretty, but... for the most part, I like that 4-hour close in Tokyo Open to get a good gauge on direction for the day. Yeah, right at that 4-hour, we tend to get a lot of volume that comes in too. And if AJ goes up, we got really nice traffic up to like 73, 750 area. Could be like a buy target up to there. Gotta push this high out and then get up to here and then make a decision. Yeah, because daily's gotta come up a little bit. Yeah, which would be right in here, and if we make resistance there, that should kind of be like our daily top wick, and then we start maybe moving down, but we got really, really nasty support here. I think if we break the low of this daily, then we'll be pushing through the support and kind of into this next area over here, like 71,500, 71,300 area. Obviously longer term, but yeah, I mean, we might come retest here as well, but we'd have to get above that 73, 738 level. Yeah, that's where we had support that we broke. That'd kind of just be a retest of that area. Yep, we'll see. Safe havens might be good today. Hopefully give some nice volume for the yen, and then AUD will have good volume too. Have I seen UJ? Nope, I don't have UJ up on here. I saw it was coming down. It looks like it had a really, really clean traffic too, so that should be good. I haven't even checked news yet. I should probably do that. About 650, it's over with. Then we just got AUD at 7:30, and then some smooth sailing into Friday until a little bit after NY Open, a little bit of CAD. Yeah, that should be a smooth session for tomorrow once we get past this little bit of AUD. That probably won't really do much, but maybe jump spreads a tiny bit. It'll be pretty chill. I'm gonna go grab some water real quick. I will be back.
Is Andy still here? Are you still here, Andy? Maybe. Let's see how he did on the Dow today.
the kid in the corner, trapped in the shadows of doubt. Passing time till it's over, just hoping one day you'll be found. Tell me who threw your chance away. Did they even know your name? If you live in the echo, your heart never beats as loud. You're not invisible. You're not alone. You're worth more than they know. But you've been running, running, running when you should have known. You're not forgettable. Forgettable. I see the fear of rejection inside your eye. A whisper of truth lost in the choir of lies. I know it's more than you can bear. It may seem like no one cares. When your world is the darkest, remember the sun will rise. You're not invisible. You're not alone. You're worth more than they know. But you've been running, running, running when you should have known. You're not forgettable. Forgettable. You're not forgettable. You're not replaceable, but you're perfectly you. You're not invisible. You're not erasable. No. You're not alone. You're worth more than they know. But you've been running, running, running. But you've been running, running, running. You're not forgettable. 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 You're not forgettable.
Let it out, we can go top down. Just fade out into the sun now. Paradise, swimming in moonshine, living that good life. Baby, it's all time. I'm just trying to lock your love down. Just give me one shot. I won't waste it now. A Friday night we were faded. On your lips I could taste it. If I could just keep you here one more weekend. A Saturday I was all in. We do the 6 in the morning. If I could just keep you here one more weekend. One more weekend. If I could just one more weekend. You and me, riding this daydream. It's so easy, the way that it should be. Come alive, keep me up all night. Oh, now all I want is to hit reset. Cause I'm not ready to come down yet. I'm just trying to lock your love down. Just give me one shot. I won't waste it now. A Friday night we were faded. On your lips I could taste it. If I could just keep you here one more weekend. A Saturday I was all in. We do the 6 in the morning. If I could just keep you here one more weekend.
Yo. Is Paul gone? Oh, he's not there.
Yeah, Paul's gone right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got back.
He was making jokes about you getting tea.
How was he?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, he was actually asking for where you were as well. And then I told him that you said that you were going to go somewhere. And he's like, oh, shit, he's getting tea again.
Yeah. No, I wasn't even making tea, to be honest.
Yeah, probably not.
That's funny, though. Yeah, they said those gold's back at that area again. 1866 500.
Yep.
Missed it.
I've just been paying attention. I just pay attention to GJ and GU. That's it.
Yeah, see, I just kind of look for things if it's nice on either GJ, EJ, or gold, really. And then maybe once a month GCAD if it's something like that I've seen happen a lot that plays out. So, but yeah, I'm still watching like the Dow, FTSE.
Yeah, you can look at those for correlation or for
Yeah, that's kind of what I do at the moment.
Yeah, like if the stock markets are selling off and they're just dropping, then you might see some safe haven currency strength, like the US dollar or the Japanese yen, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of what we saw this week. Exactly what we saw this week. We saw massive sell-offs on the FTSE. FTSE was bearish, and GJ's been bearish too. So
yeah, there's lots of fear right now in the markets because of the elections.
4 days.
I don't think Joe Biden.
You got those shutdowns in Europe that are causing the FTSE and the DAX to tank too.
I think Trump is going to get elected again.
yeah, I agree.
Yep, I think so too.
Look at that retracement on GJ right now.
Yeah, gold could be retracing. Like I said, Tokyo Open gets weird. We gotta wait for it to pass. Hopefully in the next 15-30 minutes we'll have a little more better grasp on where we're gonna go, kind of thing. And then again, that 4-hour close will also give us some more information as well. Still just waiting, guys. Trying to finish my food real quick. No trades yet. Could see something coming around here. Once that AUD news comes out, I think after the 4-hour close, we'll be able to plan for some nice setups. Nice job, John. Very nice. Yeah, don't let that Asian session turn into a loss. That would be a no-no, especially that trade. You were up a lot. But it looks like it should be good once the volume kind of settles in. Looks like it should continue. What up, Ivan? How's it going? Yeah, nice job, John. Exactly. Risk-free is always nice. That is always a good thing.
I told you I would come back home. I know you hate to be alone. Instead of kissing you goodnight, I'm keeping.
Sorry, I just found out that someone I really respect passed away today. I'm just combing socials right now, trying to find out. Yeah, I just totally got caught up. I was going to copy a link for a blog post for work, and then the first thing I saw was my friend announce his wife, who is friends of both me and I had no idea this. I just had. Yeah, it just happened. Sorry, sorry. I've just been like totally zoned out. Got one eye on gold, man. The thing's wicking down. Keeps trying.
Yeah, it's trying to come down. Got the hourly. Breaking the low of the previous hourly, so. Hasn't done that in 4 hours. Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ali. Appreciate it.
It's really close. Like, it's real close, though.
I don't trust it, though. You know,
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't at all.
Yeah, this is a wick on a higher time frame, and I don't. I think the daily is more so gonna wick in and then try to go up a little bit before it tries to break down, because we did close bullish. So I think we're gonna see a little bit of a attempt for a push up or a push up, or we come down. In my opinion. Nice job, John. Very nice job.
What's that?
I always forget about those memes and they just pop up. Those memes are hilarious.
Oh my ass.
Alright, I'm back. Any strategies for planning trade session to session? Not much of a strategy, just planning kind of thing. Kind of look for certain levels to get tested, see how it reacts to those levels, and then depending on the reaction, you base your idea on that reaction. No, it is definitely not $10 a month. Looks like a symmetrical triangle play. Breakout of either side. Yeah, we'll pull that up for you, Ali. Yeah, I see that. It could kind of go either way right now. I agree. If this 4-hour closes bearish, that'd be pretty good to come test this low down here. See how that closes. Yep, GJ's still looking ugly. Gold. Back to 1 hour. Yeah, looks like it's still trying to hold support, to be fair. So we'll see how the hourly closes. That'll be our 4-hour close, and we'll go from there. See what this does on a 4-hour. A nice bearish close. We got lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We come test the low. See how we close in 33. Yes, those were really good on GJ last night.
What if I were to confess you're the greatest human I've ever met? And if given the chance, I would love you with all that I am. What if you and me traveled the world? What if you were my man? What if I was your girl? What if I understand? What if this could be so different?
I could put your put the cam on stream, and everyone can see. And then we get my cam and your cam.
I'll just get trolled super hard on Instagram, I guess. Take it for the team.
You got plenty of videos. You're fine.
Oh no, I've got plenty of trolling on me. It's easy. It's like easy. It's low hanging fruit.
A-Rod, it's 375 USD for the one-time fee. Nope, no blunt here. No blunt for me. Start FTMO. Yeah, I've got messages from a couple people that are waiting for the election, and then they're gonna start FTMO. So I think that's pretty common. Pretty common decision among a good majority of people. Yep, it is on the website. It's on the very bottom, all the prices for everything. Yep, no worries, A-Rod, you're welcome. If you have questions, you can always message me on Instagram too. I reply to everything, unless it's stupid. Gold. Still literally no movement yet. Price has not moved. So when we got to the stream here, like in between here, we were here, and now we're here, and we went to here. No movement yet. Usually Thursday, I feel like Thursday's volume kicks in after the 4-hour close. I feel like that's where we get our burst. And if the hourly closes under here, we are going to fall down to here. Maybe come fill this wick down here on 4-hour. Yeah, if that 4-hour closes bearish, I think that's going to be real solid. Daily close pretty weak, so maybe we get a wick down. Especially if that closes bearish too. Yep, yeah, 0 trades. I agree. Same thing for gold and AJ. I think in these next 27 minutes we're going to see kind of a better idea of direction for the day. Or at least a better idea for the day. Yeah, Asian's kind of hit or miss. This week it's been, I think it's been like 50-50. The volume shows up, but not till we're done. Oh. But we plan for it, and I think every trade this week that has happened, we have had a plan for at the end of the stream that has, if it appeared, it played out. So if you're paying attention throughout the stream and then at the end, and then if you just kind of watch Asian session in the background for another hour or two, things set up like we discussed pretty consistently. Casey, yeah, I believe I don't think there's a restriction on anyone. So you should be good. I don't think they have any restrictions. Yep. Yeah. Yep, Sanchez, I do. I am with them, and they are great. I'm from Wisconsin, Miami. Welcome, Miami. I wish we could trade places. It's really cold here, and the only benefit is I sleep better in the cold. Other than that, I hate the cold. I hate snow. I prefer the heat. And somewhere not cold. Yeah, A-Rod. Asian session, like we talk about every day. We're not here to take a bunch of trades because there's not a ton of volume. But we get a really good idea on where the daily's setting up, what levels are going to be important or not. And then we get a really good plan either late in London once we're done, something sets up. Gives a nice little one-to-one, maybe more. Otherwise, we set up for London pretty consistently, I feel like. Basing on how the daily's moving in the Asian session, and then with those 4-hour close towards the end of the stream, we get a really good idea on what to expect from the pairs we're looking at going into our next session, which is I think it's really good. So we kind of do like our prep work in Asian session when there's not a ton of volume, not a ton of good quality, high probability trades, but we got a really good idea on, okay, the daily's rejecting here, it should do this, and then if that happens, it'll do this, and then once we get to London, if those ifs are met, then we can have a nice trade and have a good overall higher time frame idea on where price should be going based on what the Asian session tells us. So Asian session's a lot of planning, and sometimes we get some trades. I would say we get like 1, 2, 3 a week. Probably more along the lines of 1 or 2 at the moment, since everything is just very, very indecisive right now. Once the election's over, I'm hoping Asian volume will come back to like what it was like in April, because that was just, we were getting like 2, 3, 4 trades a session. It was so much volume. It was really good setups. Hopefully we'll get back to that soon. But I think the planning, and then a lot of the trades, I'd say trades set up after the stream, 3 to 4 days, a week after the stream, and then on stream we can get 1 or 2 setups a week. Colorado. Oh. Yeah, the snow life's not all it's chalked up to be. Lay, send a chart. We can check that out for you. I don't look at GA. I took over Raja's Asian session. Well, he did a Zoom call for the people in his group. But yeah, he doesn't. He does stuff for his group still, but he doesn't need to worry about doing the Zoom calls or anything like that anymore. Do I take impulse trades like him too? Not in the Asian session. I typically just prefer candle closures on the 15 or the 30. That's what I like to wait for. Do we trade ES? I'm not sure what that is, or if you typed it wrong or what.
Yeah, I think he's talking about ES Mini. So I think it's the it's like the, oh gosh, it's the futures. No, yeah, it's like the futures contract for one of the major markets, like the Nasdaq or the S&P or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I do not do that. Futures, got it. Yep. Yeah, nope, none of that here. What you see on the right is all I look at. Impulse trades, well, personally, I don't think they're impulse trades. I would use a different word. I think they're just a different confirmation. So where they say it's impulse, I disagree. I think it's just a different confirmation. So like if you're waiting for a candle to close, what did I say at the beginning of that sentence? You're waiting for ... If you're taking a trade on the break of the higher low, you're waiting for ... So it's just the same thing, it's just a different confirmation in my opinion. But basically, when candles break highs or lows, it's kind of just like anticipating that once that happens, price should continue to go in that direction, and then ideally have some volume. So like maybe if you took a sell, like once we broke below here, you assumed that resistance would hold and we would kind of push down. Perfect. But that's kind of what it is. It's just breaking highs or lows of the previous 15, 30 minute, 1 hour candles. But I don't consider them impulse. I think it's just a different confirmation. And it doesn't really seem to work super great in Asian session unless you kind of sell a top or buy a bottom, which is the same thing as like selling a resistance or buying a support, just different confirmation. Gold seems like it's breaking support. Ooh, it does. Yeah, be careful. We could this could pull back and make a wick, and that would be really, really good. 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour looks a little confused. See what this hourly does in 18 minutes. This one's kind of pulling back, still just stuck at that support right there, it looks like. High or low. I don't follow the question. But it closes. Yeah, I don't, because the wick would depend on where the kind of the support or the resistance. It would, if you're looking at the breaks of the highs and lows, then you're not really looking at the closes. You're just looking at the higher highs, higher lows, lower highs of the candle, which would then be the wicks. So that's what would be important. And obviously closing bullish would be good, because that's still in your direction. But yeah, I'd need to see an example. Your take on gold? Alright, we'll pull this up. Nope. Price action, structure, and with the trend. That's it. No institutional smart money concepts. Just what you see on my chart is what I mean. Technically, when I'm trading in the morning, this is what I see. I see this right here, 15-minute time frame. Nothing on the chart, and that's it. I don't need any zones. I kind of glance at the higher time frames just to have an idea, but wherever the 15 is moving is the direction I'm going to look to take it, and that's it. So price is coming down. I'm going to wait for a pullback, wait for resistance, and then take a sell. That's it. And it worked out 2 times today. Would have worked out here, here, and here. Waited for it. Nice trades. Looking for a break here on 4 hour. Yeah, that could work. If it breaks there, and then I think once it comes back and makes a resistance, that would make sense. So you'd want it to kind of break and then pull back, form that resistance, and then you can get in. See you later, Andy. Have a good night. Yep. No worries, money. Thank you, CID, for the sub. Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it. Yeah, GJ just looks very messy. Very rangy on the hourly. How many trades a day? 1 or 2. At the moment, really trying to stick to 1. And just look for less trades, but better trades is kind of my approach. So try to take 1, and that's it. I get one in Asian, I get one in Asian. If not, no worries. I got a plan for London, and I'd wait for the plan. Got 15 minutes for this 4-hour to close. But yeah, 1 to 2 is really all you need, I think. That's kind of what I was taught, was 1 to 2, and anytime I've strayed away from that, I've always found that I do better when I take less trades. So, daily bias for AJ. All right, let's check this out. Daily bias. I think we're still bearish, but we could see some bullish movement. And I mean, maybe once we get some 4-hour resistance. So if this 4-hour closes bearish, I think we're gonna come back and test these lows here. 1 hour looks very rangy. 30-minute looks like we're trying to make higher lows, but we're not making higher highs, so we're kind of just wedging ourselves in right there, kind of like just going like that. Maybe if we get a move out, something like that, and then we got our setup right here, and we take ourselves there, or vice versa, going that way, and then we get bullish buys like that. So that's all I'm looking to see. I don't even know to be the exact date. I know when we started it, we were doing it to see if they were legit. And then they ended up being legit. And then I think it's been like three or 4 months, something like that. 2, 3, 4, something along those lines. I don't know the exact date, but so far so good. There's been a few little glitches. That was just that, not with me personally, but there was the slippage of those people everyone had like a week or 2 ago. But I heard they resolved that, and that worked out great. And there was a little, when they switched over their servers on the weekend, like a month or so ago, there was a few technical difficulties for that first week that they just had to resolve. But other than that, everything's been pretty solid. Lots of people messaging me saying they're getting their payouts. Berzat and I actually talked yesterday, and this guy received his payout of 30K. It took 1 to 2 days longer than they said, but payment was received and usable in his bank account. So that was really good to hear as well, that when you do really, really well, you still get paid. Yeah, I don't know. I saw some stories, but I only see stories about the negative, so it's very biased in my opinion. It's like 1 or 2 negative reviews every month or so, but I get messages on the daily, so about the good. So the good seems to outweigh the bad. Sure, everything's bad. It's like when you go to a restaurant, right? If you go to a restaurant and you get good food, do you write a review? No, nobody does. If you go to a restaurant and you get bad food, do you write a bad review? More than likely, people are writing bad reviews. It's the same thing. It's a business. It's just what it is. There's good, there's bad. People gotta get over it. That's how it's gonna be. Life. But yeah, I see stories. It's all bad. All the stories you see are bad, with maybe one random, occasional good one. But I mean, it is what it is, I guess. What up, Sheriff? How's it going, bro? How's it going? But yeah, on the AJ bias, I think we're just still waiting. Let's see what this 4-hour does, and then kind of go from there. You know, see what happens. Yeah, exactly. I feel like the people with the good stories, they just message me directly. Obviously, I'm not sharing that because that's their personal information, and it's not really anyone's business. Kind of their their choice to tell me, and I'm just like, okay, cool, good to know. Makes me feel good knowing everyone's still getting paid. But yeah, I don't think I've gotten one bad FTMO message yet. Sure, at some point somebody will, but as of now, I just get lots and lots of good reviews. So it's good to hear. Everyone's trading good. Everyone's making money. That's what matters. Everyone's able to hopefully use that leverage of their account by them kind of giving that kind of capital. Really change their life, their family's life, stuff like that. They keep 30%, I believe. 70-30. Yeah, like anything. I mean, like if someone tells you something, you can't just listen to what they say. Go do it for yourself and figure it out, and then you can have your own opinion. But yeah. Gold. Yeah, still literally like we have had zero movement the entire session. That's really weird for a Thursday. Thursdays are normally our better days for volume, but I think after the 4 hour, if we still don't see anything, then definitely write Asian off for tonight, for sure. Because usually after that 4 hour close, that's like our last chance to see anything, and if that doesn't do it, I think we're dead till London. Fair. Because yeah, it's just been straight range. 1 hour's just kind of barely even dwindled its way up. It's moved. We got here, we were here. We moved 4 pips down, 7 pips up. There's no trade there. Sounds good, TJ. Yeah, gold might do something tomorrow. You never know. Fridays aren't bad. You notice Fridays are pretty solid. They're either like super good or it's just like complete trash. But it's more good than bad. Still got David holding it down. So David, if you're still here at the end, if your name's still there, shoot me a message on Instagram and we'll get you in the Zoom call with us tomorrow. Is there negative news in Japan today? I'm not sure. Former JP Morgan FX traders pushing for bail. Market manipulation. Ooh. Interesting.
What did it say?
I didn't fully read it. I didn't know what was it had some ads pop up. I didn't want it to give any copyright, so I just closed it.
Oh,
Yeah, but basically it said he was manipulating the FX market for JP Morgan.
wow.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, man.
Hmm. He had too good of an edge.
I obey all your desires, but you let me burn in the fire. Spent my days trying to impress, fill up your emptiness. I don't know what else to say. I can feel you pull away. You don't understand where I come from, 'cause you're just love. In the chaos I see the bliss, in the mayhem I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts. In the chaos I see the bliss, in the mayhem I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts.
Got 3 more minutes on this one. We'll get planning for London and see what happens.
Watching you fade away, you let me disintegrate. Don't leave me on my own. Watching you fade away, you let me disintegrate. Don't leave me on my own. In the chaos I see the bliss, in the mayhem I see the abyss. Just when you needed them the most, they're just ghosts. In the chaos I see
Seemed like the 1 hour might be kind of engulfing the previous. Yeah, Ronaldo, once we get to the 4 hour close in a couple minutes, there's a really good chance you're gonna see a little spike in volume. Looking good. Got 1 more minute.
You got scars deep enough to last. Heart full of broken glass, and I'm gonna paint it black. Oh, I got bruises I covered up. I've been used every time I loved. Nothing to lose when the devil comes. Oh, turn out the lights, we can turn them down, 'cause turn out the lights, we can burn them out, 'cause I know it's waiting.
Alright, Foy, we'll pull that up.
What it's made of. Come and take me closer to the edge now. If you think you can't love me, you can show me how to have a breakdown. If you're gonna touch me, I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of the dark. You can show me how to have a breakdown. If you're gonna touch
Yeah, that could play out. Let's walk through that. Yeah, we got some 4 hour support here. 1 hour still doing a little bit of ranging, but it looks like it is holding support right in here, which is good. Got a little 1 hour resistance to get through here. But if you think this is going to go up, just get in as low as you can and have your stops underneath the support. 30 minutes closing bullish. Looks like it's kind of making higher lows. Just hasn't popped and made a higher high yet. So really up to you. It still looks a bit messy, to be fair. Not a ton of direction. You know, I think one good push up and then pull back for support would be solid, because we really haven't had that. We had this one early, then we pulled back, made some support, but kind of just dancing a little bit now. And then you got this resistance here and this resistance here that are kind of causing a bit of an issue. So I think the idea could play out. It's just still a waiting game for now. Nice job, Ronaldo. Target 135 on GJ. Doesn't look bad, that's for sure. Hold. Yeah, gold needs it's trying to find some support in here, so maybe see what happens on this hourly candle. Yeah, boy, same thing. If you think support's gonna hold and get in as close to support, put your stops underneath. Otherwise, I would prefer to see a high, at least get above this line, and then kind of return and make a support somewhere. I think that would look best. Yep, yeah. It's just wedging itself right now. Kind of like here. And like here. So that's why either we do that or we do that kind of thing. Obviously we could fake out and go back in. But we don't want to confuse it. We could do that. Something like that. Kind of fake out to the bottom and then come back in and break up. But higher probability one is probably going to be these two green ones. But still think it's just a waiting game for now. Let it make a lower low or a higher high. Then you'll know to either wait for a lower high or a higher low for an entry. Just like it did yesterday. So we were ending as this made a high, made support, went up, made a high, made support again, went up. We had two opportunities that we discussed. Both were winning trades. So just gotta wait for it.
Just gotta wait.
Yep.
That's everyone. I mean, if you stick around for like a year, you're still here and you're still not profitable. It's probably not because you're not good at technical analysis. It's probably because you're over trading or you're over risking.
Yeah, I agree.
You just need to learn how to control yourself. Once you learn technical analysis, you just need to learn how to control yourself.
Yeah, that discipline.
Yeah, master your emotions.
Yep, 100%. That's why we always talk about doing stuff non-trading related. So back to the discipline example. If you've never been disciplined in your whole life, you can't expect to come to trading and just magically be disciplined. It's not just something you do. It's a skill you learn, and you learn how to use it and how to do it. It's more difficult than people think. It's not just like, oh, all right, you know what? I'm disciplined. There it is, right there. I flipped the switch. I'm disciplined. Not how it works. It's gonna take time. You're gonna have to continually do things over and over for a long time to become disciplined. If you've never had discipline, if you've had discipline, then you're good. But that's why we always talk about doing things outside of trading, like consistently go to the gym, hold yourself accountable. So you go to the gym, hold yourself accountable to eat healthier. Whether you don't have to eat like a bodybuilder, you don't have to do any of that crazy stuff, no keto, crazy nonsense. Just maybe choose 3 to 4 times a week to make a healthier decision than you normally would, and then slowly build on that, and then maybe eventually you stay on track all week and you allow yourself like 1 to 2 kind of whatever free meals you want. Like that discipline that you have there is going to then translate into trading with more discipline. So that's why we always talk about that mental health, and that doing things outside of trading that will then improve your trading. And Dorian, you can kind of attest to that too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, like that made all the difference for me. I had my first, to everyone who's listening, I had my first profitable month in September, and it took me 11 months, and I attribute it to back in March and February when I was talking to Paul and I was talking to some of my other trading mentors, people I look up to, stuff like that. I was like asking them, how do I build my discipline? So, it all starts with outside of trading. That's where it starts. It's gonna cost you a lot of money if you want to learn discipline in trading. You want to start outside. Like for example, okay, every day at this time I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work out for 1 hour. I don't care how I feel that day. I might feel like shit, but I'm gonna go every single time. I don't care how I feel. I'm just gonna do it. So it's like it's a behavior. You force yourself to behave in a certain way, and
to better you, too.
Yeah. You learn self-control. It's called discipline. And that's how that's what, if you read books about trading, all the people, they say discipline. You see it over and over and over again. You see it over and over again. So you don't need to be Einstein. You don't need to be, the smartest person in the world. You just need discipline. You just need to have an understanding of technical analysis. And then you need to create a plan that fits your personality. Like, for example, scalping doesn't fit my personality. So I designed a system, a strategy that's still based on price action that is more suiting to my personality, because I'm a little bit more calm and patient. And so I'm okay sitting in a trade for an hour, or 2 hours, or 3 hours, versus scalpers are a little, maybe not as patient, and they want to be in and out 15 minutes or 5 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, stuff like that. And I realized that that's just not me. It's too overwhelming for me, and I found that out when I was journaling. So I would journal and be like, damn, I'm making the same mistake over and over again. And it's like execution mistakes. Because it's just too overwhelming, the short-term environment for me. So I was like, okay, I need to find something else. So that's what I did, and it just takes time and repetition, and eventually you start to see things on the chart that you didn't see before, and you're like, wow, that happened like last week. Okay, this time I'm gonna execute on it, and who knows? Well, damn, I just won that trade. Yeah, it's just aha moments that you have to wait for. You just have to wait for those aha moments. It's gonna make sense. It doesn't make sense right now. It looks really confusing. You see all these wicks and you see these candles, and it's just like, damn, how do I make any sense out of this chaos? I'm confused. How do people make millions of dollars off this shit? Well, they do, because they put in the time, they put in the repetition, and they put in the time to really understand themselves, and then create a strategy that suits them and that they apply every single day, and that that's how they're profitable. They just trade one pattern that makes sense to them. That's it. And everyone, we all might have a different pattern. Like, I have a different pattern that I look at that's different from Paul's pattern that he looks at. And so you have to find out whatever that setup is, whatever that markets, whatever it's market structure, or it's a break and retest, or it's once a resistance is created on the 30-minute, or support's created on the 30-minute to go retest a high, or if you're just buying off of a support and uptrend on the 1 hour, or you're just trading up inside clean traffic on the 1 hour and the 4 hour like I do. It just takes time, and you really got to have a passion for the markets. Like on the weekend, like I look forward to the week. So I'm like, damn, what's gonna happen in the markets this week? You really gotta have passion for this shit. And if you wanna, if you're gonna quit in like a month, 2 months if you're just doing it for the money. If you're just doing it for, I'm gonna be on a yacht in 3 years with a model girlfriend. It's like you need to have a good reason why you're doing this, because if you don't have a good reason, then you're not going to stick around to learn. The learning curve takes time. The learning curve takes, the aha moments don't happen after 3 weeks. The aha moments happen after 3 months or 9 months or 1 year. Just like a doctor. You think a doctor is going to perform, a surgeon is going to perform a surgery on a patient after learning about doing surgeries for 3 months in school? No, they'll be doing that for at least 3 years, 4 years, if not 6 years or 8 years. It's like you can't come in here and expect to make any money. The same thing. Like you need to put in the time. You need to understand what the hell's going on. You need to try to study the people who've been doing this for 20 years, doing this for 10 years. You need to look at what their behavior is, how they behave, what their habits are. You just need to do that too. That's it.
I agree with that. I like that analogy with the doctor, the surgeries. Yeah, is that if you had a doctor who is, I don't know, been studying for a few months, or a doctor who's been studying for at least like 3 to 5 years, probably going to choose the one that's been doing it for 3 to 5 years. Just more experience. Which is all it is, just experience. Just gotta keep going.
Exactly. You just gotta keep going. You don't want this guy doing surgery on your kidney and cutting a hole in the middle of your stomach if he's only been learning about this stuff for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Damn, he might like permanently injure like my stomach somehow, because he might not know about like this one artery that is in between the kidney and the appendix. He might hit that, and then all of a sudden I lose a bunch of blood, and then something happens.
Yep.
So look, you need to think about the same thing with trading. You're not going to make any money for a little while, and you have to accept that. And once you accept that, then you start to focus on what you need to focus on, which is the process and not the money.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta have a strong why. Like like Casey said, it's the reason that keeps you going. So like you're gonna fail, no matter what you do in life. You're gonna fail. There's probably very, I'd say there's like 0.001% things you can do where you just don't fail. You just succeed right away. And everyone fails. It's just the people who succeed, they kept going when they failed. They got up. People that didn't and said you can't do it, well, those people quit. So your reason to keep going, like you have to figure this out because you want to give your wife and kids, your family, like the best life you can. So that's why you get up every day, even though you continue to fail every day, but you still get up every day at the crack of dawn to do this. Like that, those are the people who win. So
that's why I think it was Michael Jordan or something. He said, the reason I win is because I fail time and time again. That's why I win.
Yep. You can't win until you fail.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's like, do you see a kid when you buy a kid a bike? They really want to ride the bike. They're gonna ride. They're gonna be able to ride the bike eventually. at first they're gonna fall off the bike and they're gonna hit their knee and it's gonna start bleeding and it's gonna be painful. If you get into trading, then what you're doing essentially is you're quitting when you fall off that first time and you hit your knee and it starts bleeding and it's painful. You know, that's what happens when you quit. You know, you just, okay, I'm never gonna ride a bike ever again. No, kids don't do that. They're like, I'm determined to ride this bike. I'm gonna get back up on it tomorrow and I'm gonna do the best I can, and they do eventually start riding it. So
100%. That's perfect. Yep, exactly, Casey. Lonely sport. Yep, you're paid for your performance, or you're paid for waiting, because your performance is how well you can wait.
I'm gonna head out of here.
Hi, Dorian. Thanks for the speech. Got a lot of good feedback from it. I think it helped a lot of people. It seems in the comments. So very nice. Thank you for joining us. We'll need to hear more of your story in a just week by week, kind of keep us updated on how you're doing.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, I'm glad to be here. Glad to talk to you.
Yeah, it's always fun. We've been here since the beginning, so it's always fun to see how we all started together, and now we're all kind of making it together. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right.
Hi, man. Have a good night.
Yeah,
Night
you too.
stream. Thank you. Gonna call it. That is going to be the end. We'll give like 1 or 2 more minutes for the stream boss to get. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, like. And I'm gonna run through these pairs super quick, and then who's ever in the stream boss at the end will be joining us tomorrow. So AJ, just like we drew, we're kind of just in this little range here. We need to break out, make a high, or break out, make a low, and then wait for a retracement, look for lower high, or wait for a higher low for your entries. On gold, okay. Gold looks like it's gonna be trying to move up. Looks like support is being found. See how this hourly closes, and then maybe if we get a nice close, you can jump in some buys, put some stops underneath, take it up to maybe like 1873, or back up to the highs up at like 1882 area, 1884. Maybe runners back all the way up to 1897. But GJ, I think nothing on GJ yet. Looking at the 4 hour, I think let's see what happens. I think the next 3 hours is going to give us a little more information. These 2 4 hours, we really didn't go anywhere. So same thing. Let's wait for a low or a high to be established, and then wait for that higher low or lower high to look for some entries. Maybe you get something in like 2 hours. Maybe something sets up, because we do have clean traffic right here again. So we kind of get underneath here, make a low, make a lower high. That would make sense to then kind of fill that clean traffic. So I would check that out. But we are going to end it. It looks like David held on. So David will be joining us tomorrow if he likes. David, if you're here, shoot me a message on Instagram on the bottom right. And we'll do the simulation on tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central, as usual. We're going to go over the gold strategy, guys. So make sure if you're interested or have questions on that, come show up, because we have no delay now. So it'll be right now kind of simulating. So it'll be like you guys are there with us in the call. Thank you all for coming. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you again, Jeremy. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. If you want to get in the call tomorrow, let me know. Shoot me a message. You can always join us. See you guys later.